Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. As Muslims, we are often faced with new medical developments and wonder, is this allowed in our faith? Today, I want to talk about a very important issue, stem cell transplant. Many people ask, is it halal to receive or donate stem cells? The short answer is, yes, it is halal, under certain Islamic guidelines. In Islam, preserving life is one of the main goals of Sharia. The Quran says, "And whoever saves one life, it is as if he has saved all of mankind." A beloved Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, also taught us to seek treatment when we are ill. He said, "Allah has not sent down a disease without also sending down its cure." Based on these principles, Islamic scholars and councils, including the Islamic Fiqh Council, Darul Ifta, and many national fatwa bodies, have stated that stem cell therapy is permissible when there is no harm to the donor or patient, there are no unethical practices, such as using stem cell from haram sources like aborted embryos or cloning.
I've been involved with Anthony Nolan for years and years and years now. When I first met my husband, about 6 months after we met, he unfortunately got diagnosed with AML leukemia, and over 6 years he underwent 3 stem cell transplants, so we were very much involved with Anthony Nolan from the other side. And we unfortunately lost Alex just over 2 years ago now. We found it really hard to find him a stem cell donor because he's from an Asian heritage. So now I work for Anthony Nolan. A big part of my drive and passion is diversifying the register. So working with people like One Voice Blackburn is a privilege for me on a different level. It feels very personal.
When I was 17, I was diagnosed with blood cancer, and Anthony Nolan were the charity that reached out to me to try and help me find my life-saving match. I've done lots of volunteering with Anthony Nolan and speeches and such, and through doing that, Nazia from One Voice Blackburn heard my story and got me involved.
So one of the key objectives at One Voice Blackburn is health. Over the last 10 years, we've focused on important health issues such as organ donation, dementia, diabetes, to name a few. We prioritise our work according to the needs of people from the South Asian communities. We create health champions to help us deliver key messages and raise awareness in the community.
Yeah, having a stem cell transplant, especially at the age of 17, just makes you see life completely differently. But now I look at myself and I'm 30 and I'm able to walk and run and just think about normal things. It really makes you appreciate who your friends are and all the, the small things that are so important in life.
So the Anthony Nolan Stem Cell Register is basically a list of people, incredible strangers who are willing and ready to say yes to somebody and donate their stem cells if they were to match with somebody with a blood cancer or blood disorder. The donation process only takes place if you was to match. Once you match with somebody, you go through an intensive medical process to make sure you yourself are well and fit enough and the right match for that person that needs you. So there's 2 forms of donation. 90% of people, so the majority of donation happens very similarly to donating blood. It's called PBSC. You have a needle in one arm, a needle in another. We extract your blood, it goes through a special machine. We extract your stem cells and then we give you back your blood, and it's as simple as that. And then 10% of people donate via bone marrow, which is a really simple procedure. We do put you under general anaesthetic just to make it easier for you, but it's simply just a bit bigger than a needle, goes into your pelvis, takes a little bit of your bone marrow, and that's it. You wake up and you're a bit sore, but it's all completely safe and could potentially save somebody's life.
So the Anthony Nolan Stem Cell Project is very close to my heart because back in 2020, our PR manager, Ambreen Ali, sadly lost her life to blood cancer. And it kind of made me think, if somebody fit and healthy, no health issues, can go through such a terrible illness just suddenly at that age, it can happen to anyone at any time. So I just wanted to raise as much awareness and get as many people from the South Asian community to sign up onto the stem cell register. It just grew that passion, for me to try and get that awareness and that project out in the community.
So we've been working with One Voice Blackburn for about 3 years now. Our relationship is extremely inspirational. It's completely different to any other partnership we have. A lot of the work that we do with One Voice Blackburn is all about myth busting, building trust in certain faith groups and communities. They have developed materials and done work that are going to serve through the generations for us. They're going to be really impactful for a very long time. They've recruited over 500 people to the stem cell register now. Over 66% of those are from an ethnically diverse background, which is absolutely incredible when we're looking at diversifying the register. It's extremely important, the work that they do.
One Voice Blackburn really share my passion for trying to spread the word of the stem cell register, but also really try and break down these barriers that I think are so important to break down with regards to stem cell donation and blood donation.
So our programme is to get as many people between the ages of 16 and 30 to sign up onto the Anthony Nolan stem cell register. So what we try and do is we try and target areas where we're going to find them, so that's like colleges, schools, universities, to name a few. And then what we do is try and encourage as many people. I try and share previous experiences or and my own personal story with them and tell them like what the outcome was or what can happen. If people are a bit hesitant or a bit reluctant to sign up, we try and give them as much information as possible and try and tell them that this is a way of you giving someone else a second chance at life.
Some people have called me the face of stem cell promotion amongst the South Asian community, which makes me feel quite hopeful for the future and the fact that I can be part of this movement to break down these barriers and really encourage people to sign up. Also quite a lot of responsibility, but hopefully the more work that we do, the better the register will be.
And so yes, if the stem cells are obtained lawfully, with consent and used to treat illnesses, then this treatment is fully allowed in Islam. And remember, using medicine does not contradict our trust in Allah. Islam teaches us to take action whilst placing our full reliance on Him. If you or a loved one are considering a stem cell transplant, speak to your doctor and also consult a qualified Islamic scholar. But rest assured, this treatment is supported by Islamic ethics when done properly. So to finish off, I just want to say it's a powerful, often life-saving treatment, and when done ethically, Islam permits and even encourages it. Jazakumullahu khairun. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh.